When I was concluding about Dr. Bawumia, I said that our flag bearer is not corrupt and he is not a drunkard. This is what Miracle said. He said, and I said, oh, but Miracles, if you say that, what do you mean? He said, Baba, but I haven't mentioned anybody's name. They mentioned Bawumia's name and said Bawumia is a liar. I didn't mention names. I said, you can say Bawumia is a liar all you want, but our flag bearer, Dr. Bawumia, is not corrupt. He's not government official one, and he's not a drunkard. That's what Miracle said. He's told the news file. But, I mean, viewers, you should help me. Is that a campaign that is something we can go on with? This is the NDC side. I'm coming to the MPP side. This is the MPP side. I'm coming to the NDC side. So I engaged with Miracles and Atta. Both of them said that they didn't mention anybody's name. And it's true they didn't mention anybody's name. They didn't. But the connotation, I was shocked when Atta said, Dr. Dufour said it, and I'm going to send it. He did, and I've just shared the letter with you. I don't know what to make of it, viewers. Send your text message to Good Evening Ghana Official and tell me what to make of it. Now let's come to the other one, the so-called Bawulaya. Put Dr. Bawumia's photograph if you have it. Otherwise, you can keep this one. Keep this one until you get Dr. Bawumia's photograph. So they say that Dr. Bawumia is a liar. They've been saying that, haven't they? That's so below the belt. That's so terrible. But I've been looking at it in some detail. Why do they say Dr. Bawumia is a liar? They say Dr. Bawumia is a liar because he said certain things in 2016. And they claim that the things Dr. Bawumia said in 2016, if you look at 2024 or 2023, those things haven't happened. And I don't understand that comparison. Dr. Bawumia's campaign for 2016, 2015, 15, and 16 was to be elected for a term 17 to 21. It was not to be elected for a term 21 to 25. No. Dr. Bawumia's campaign of 2016 was for the election of 17 to 21. So anything Dr. Bawumia said in 16 was to be implemented in that one term for which he was seeking the mandate. When you run an election, you don't seek mandate for 2 terms. You seek mandate for 1 term. So when you make promises, you are making the promises for 1 term. If you are in the term and you're seeking a second term, you are going to be tested on the things that you said in making the promises of the campaign prior to being sworn in. That's what it is, Abi. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. If I ran a campaign in 1980 and I'm running for election January 81 to 85 January, you don't, and I win that election and I come again and I start from 85 January to 1989 January. You don't come and take the things I said in the campaign prior to the second term to mark me in the second term, especially in this kind of second term that Akufo-Addo has had, that no country in the world can show any improvement in any economic indicators. 0. So let's take it one by one. We're going to show you the videos of what Dr. Bawumia said in 2016. And we're going to point out to you that Dr. Bawumia is not a liar. That everything he said in 2016, he was able to achieve it in 17, 18, 19, and 20. We'll show you the data. That was for 2016's campaign. The NDC now picked 2016's campaign, juxtapose what Dr. Bawumia said in 2016 to the indicators of 2022 and say that he's a liar. That's totally dishonest. And it's a bad campaign. Evaluate Dr. Bawumia in 2023 on the things he said in 2020's campaign because he was re-elected. When he spoke in 2020's campaign, he was seeking re-election for 21 onwards. I can show you that the things that Dr. Bawumia said in 2016, because he was able to achieve it, he didn't have to repeat it in 2020. He said, I will restore necessary teacher training allowances. He did. He said, I will restore the, what else did he? Necessary teacher training allowances and what else? Something else he restored. Most of the things he said he would do, he did. He said, I'll bring inflation down, he did. He said, I'll lock the currency key and give it to the ITP. He did. The currency was under complete control, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So if you say that Dr. Bawumia said in 2016 that I will have the currency under control, and then in 2022 the currency is not under control, and he said that he's a liar, that's dishonest. That's completely, that's opportunism. It's political opportunism. Let's get to the videos. Show me video 1. Mahamudu Bawumia. It's a 3-minute video. 2016 campaign. Listen.
You can engage in all the propaganda you want. But if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. as the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. Mr. Chairman, when one examines the state of our public finances and the net international reserves position, it is difficult not to conclude that the ongoing Dumso problem may be more financial than technical. If the government does not take the right decisions, and soon, then Ghana would likely have to approach the IMF for a bailout before the end of the year. Ghana's current status can thus best be described as a highly indebted, lower middle income country, a hemic country. Mr. Chairman, the untold story about the erratic gas supply from Nigeria is that Ghana owes Nigeria Gas $100 million. Nigeria Gas is therefore dragging its feet with regards to supply of gas. Zero central bank financing is certainly new territory for Ghana. Will this government be disciplined enough in an election year to abide by zero financing from the central bank? Most analysts are rightly skeptical.
Election. So he was elected. Let's check the indicators. 17, 18, 19, 20. Is that our next? Is that the next video we have? Oh, there's another video. So here are the inflation rates. Maybe you should have had 2016 on there so that it will make more sense. But we know the 2016 inflation rate. You can Google the viewers, Google 2016 inflation rate and let me know. So this is 2017. The rate of inflation is 11 in 2017 when the government took over. Okay. We can say that part of it is NDC's work in 2016. So let's leave that. 18. Single digit inflation is what Dr. Bawumia promised in the 2016 campaign. There it is in 2018. Shining. 2019, 7. Has Ghana's inflation gone below 7 before in our life? Show me. Show me. When Ghana's inflation went below 7 in our life. After 2019, 7. Show me when it went to 7. This is what Dr. Bawumia promised in 2016 and he delivered it. Don't come and tell me 2023. Dr. Bawumia promised in 2016 that the 4-year mandate that you give me, this is what I will do. This is what he did. These are the figures, not 2023 and 2022. 2023 and 2022. Show me one country in the world, one, only one of the 192 countries in the world. Show me one whose inflation was better. America is fighting a 40-year high inflation. The United Kingdom is fighting a 35-year high inflation. Japan is fighting a 20-year high inflation. China is fighting inflation. What are you talking about? What kind of dishonesty is this? What kind of political opportunism is this? Judge Bawumia for the things he said in 2016 by the things that happened in 17, 18, 19, and 20. You cannot judge Bawumia by the things he said in 2016 on 2022. Go and show me America's 2022. Show me Japan's 2023. And point out to me that something good is happening there. The whole world went under crisis. I don't even want to mention it has become a nomenclature. Did I say nomenclature? It has become a, what's the word I'm looking for? No. The word is when we use things plenty, when we use one word every day. That's cliche. It has become a cliche. I don't want to mention the name coronavirus. It's a cliche. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Let's not allow politicians to hoodwink us because they want power. They should tell us what they did. When they were in power, they should show us what they did. Let's not then use cliches to hoodwink us and say that, yes, we are suffering. I'm suffering. You are suffering. Everybody's suffering. The whole 8 billion people in the world are suffering as a result of major global events that occurred. Dr. Bawumia said, I will make you single-digit inflation. Here it is. Franklin Kujo, are you there? This is how Dr. Bawumia should be measured, and I'm prepared to challenge anybody on this matter. I've said it many times. The NDC runs away when I say it. They should come forward, NDC. Show me that Dr. Bawumia is a liar. Show me. How is he a liar? He told you in 2016 that our chiefs, this is it. How do you take somebody's campaign of 2016, ignore his campaign of 2020 and come and say that he said something in 2016 in the second term of his government, he was not able to achieve it. Does it not even sound ridiculous? Totally ridiculous, NDC people. Ridiculous. That somebody said something in 2016 and then you are judging him in 2023. You dishonestly shut your eyes to 2018, 19, and 20 and come to 2023. That's why Dr. Bawumia stood a moving pig and beat his chest and said, I have achieved 80% of the things that I said. Show me that video. Give me that video.
In terms of honoring our promises, we've done some work to look at our 2016 manifesto, what proportion of those promises we've honored. And it has been 83% of the 2016 manifesto has been honored. 83%. And then when you look at the 2020 manifesto, 2020, even in the midst of all these crises, we are fulfilling, or we've fulfilled 80% of our 2020 manifesto. My opponent in his 2012 manifesto, when he became president, he only fulfilled 28%. We've done the numbers. 28% of his 2012 manifesto. 280 promises. He didn't fulfill 203 of the 280 promises. He only fulfilled 28% of his promises. So I think that we have a better record as far as fulfilling promises. And when I put something down, I usually have a good idea how I'm going to get it done, and so that is I think something that we are going to look at.
2016 inflation has been reported at 17.5%. 2016, the inflation that John Mahama bequeathed Akufo-Addo's government with was 17.5%. 2017, within few months of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, they brought it to 11. And when they had full control, it came to 9. When they had better control, it came to 7. In 2020, with the rumors of coronavirus, it rose to 9.89. Where is Dr. Bawumia's lie? Show me, NDC. Show me where Dr. Bawumia's lies. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm against NDC or I'm for MPP. I'm saying this because in the politics of this country, we must have honesty and we must have an intellectual debate. And stop this bawulaya when you don't even know what you're talking about. The guy said in 2016 that I will do, he has done it. He didn't campaign in 2016 for 2023. The 2023 mandate was given in 2020. The mandate that Ghanaians gave him in 2016 was fulfilled. Show me, where is the lie? And then I don't know what it is. They just pump this propaganda through the atmosphere. Pump it for people because we are all suffering. Petrol price that I bought petrol. I nearly beat up the petrol. The guy has an opportunism, political name calling, dirty tricks department. That's what I'm fighting tonight. And I am dedicated to mount this fight. And I'm calling for support from civil society. Let's get the politicians to speak the truth. Imani, this is the figures of Dr. Bawumia's 2016 promises. Show me how he didn't do it. What didn't he do? He did it. He achieved it. That's why in 2020, John Mahama could not campaign on the economy. Have you ever seen an opposition campaign that doesn't mention economy? Take all the videos of 2020. Yesterday I was watching them. Take all the videos of 2020. John Mahama didn't say anything about the economy. Why couldn't he say? Because the figures will not bear him out. And now they talk about economy and say Dr. Bawumia is a liar because of what he said in 2016. No way, we are not going to allow that. If Dr. Bawumia is doing something wrong, please say it. If Dr. Bawumia is a poor vice president, say it and provide evidence. But don't come and tell me Dr. Bawumia is a liar because of what he said in 2016. It's not true. He didn't lie. He delivered it. 29. So the growth of our country. So inflation is about the money, about the changes of the price of goods. You know, the basket of goods, the CPI, the consumer price index, how we measure inflation is that we put a basket of goods, a set of goods in a basket, households, consumables in a basket, and look at the price month on month and see how it's changing. And that's how we determine inflation. That basket is called the consumer price index. And then they look at it and bring figures, and that's how we get the percentages. Okay. So that's about prices and the way they rise. Now, GDP growth rate is about the growth of the economy and the opportunities thereon that it creates for our people, so that you have a population growing, more people get jobs, etc., etc. That's what gross domestic product is about. GDP. That's what it's about. Now, GDP 2017 is 8.5. In 2018, it goes down to 6.2. In 2019, it goes down to 6.5. In COVID 2020, it comes to 0.51 because you're talking about growth. You're talking about productive activity. So in 2020, it will come down. Now, this is what it is. Check 2016's GDP. You will cry. Check. You will cry. And the people who gave us a GDP that warrants tears, the people who gave us GDP that warrants tears, today are telling us that they are better managers of the economy than Muhammadu Bawumia. No way. That's the falsity from hell, and it will never stand. The people who gave us GDP that warrants Ghanaian tears, they are telling us today that they are better managers of the Sami Jemfi. Are you really serious about this? If I were the host of a program and you come on it to be fireworks, because I will deal with it. Nothing to do with politics. It's to do with honesty and truthfulness and intellectual analysis. What are you talking about? You people took GDP, gave us GDP that warrants all of us to cry. And today, you come and tell us that you are better managers of the economy than Muhammadu Bawumia. That's a falsity. It will never happen. It will never stand anywhere in the world. That's wrong, because the figures don't bear it out. You gave us a GDP that makes all of us go to cry. You tell us that you are better managers of the economy. Sami Jemfi, you and your people are better managers of this Ghanaian economy. 2014, you were better managers of the economy. 2014. Today, I saw something bizarre from the IEA. I don't know whether the IEA actually said it or is NDC people were saying it on the social media. The IEA says that 2023 figures is better than 2014. How do you compare 2014? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You compare 2014 to 2023 and say that it is better. Anybody who does that economic analysis is warped economic analysis. Do you know why it's warped? Because as early as Form 3, we were 15 years old. They taught us a principle in economics, in Presec, in every school in Accra. Everybody who studied economics in Form 3. They taught us a principle in economics. I wish I could write. The fundamental underpinning sentence for every economic analysis is this: all things being equal. Sami Jemfi, did you learn economics? Did they tell you that? Economic analysis is underpinned by one sentence: all things being equal. In fact, in other ways, when we go to sixth form, we're learning economics, we call it differently. We said, other things being equal. Because in sixth form, we are advancing in economics, we are learning more. So when you take some, you are doing petroleum analysis. So they